Hello, this is Sean Roy, the Community Manager here at Hemlock Farms. I'm here today with Bill DeMorando, our Director of Public Safety. And Bill, we've all heard of the tragedy that happened at the Hideout community on Sunday with an active shooter in a community. And that's close to us here in the Poconos. And I know that your staff is well trained thanks to you. Can you kind of go over some things that you've done to prepare your staff and to be ready for if this were to ever happen in Hemlock Farms, God forbid?
Sure. So, with any event, major event, my first response is to inform you and John, even though it wasn't here, because it was so close to home, I let you both know right away.
Right.
And then our thoughts went out to, those that were affected, the officer and everyone that was involved. And then naturally, my next thought is, okay, what if this is my backyard? What do I need to do to make sure I'm okay with this? And I went over a lot of the things in my head that we already do. Every staff member has ALICE training. For those that don't know, that's active shooter training. What to do, God forbid, something like this tragedy does occur and you're involved, whether it's here in Hemlock Farms or maybe out at a restaurant or something like that. We do hold trainings like that for the residents. I think it'd be a good idea if we get another one going, just so that people can have a little power in their hands if something, God forbid, something does happen. We do handgun qualifications, we do shotgun qualifications. We just did that a week ago. Make sure all the guys are proficient with their firearms. It's important. They have to know the tools that they have. We also we add our other tools in with the training. We bring the tasers, we bring the pepper spray, so the guys can work with all of them, actually use the tools. We do scenario-based training with our sim glocks, where we actually shoot these chalk rounds at each other, and it puts you in that scenario. It puts you in that situation. And I'm here to tell you, I've done lots of firearms trainings over my career. There's nothing like sim training. It is really not. And it brings the guys up a little bit, I would say. I've had retired officers say that my police department didn't do training like this. So it is important that we have that available as well to the guys. Along with their pepper spray and their baton and all that stuff. But I think it's important for the community to know that we've assessed every facility. We know strengths and weaknesses. We know where we need to put people, God forbid something happens. So our guys are up to speed on all of that, and we really know what needs to be done. God forbid anything ever would happen here at Hemlock Farms.
We've done that ALICE training also for staff here. Quite a few of the current staff are all trained on that, which is a wonderful, something that you're certified in that you can help us all with. So yes, that's great.
Yes, sir. And that would help, the staff would be able to help, God forbid something did happen, they would be able to help the residents that didn't have training with evacuating or whatever needed to happen.
Exactly. Okay. We have emergency response plans in place also, go through procedures for these types of events and emergencies like this.
Yeah, basically fill in the blank, whatever the emergency might be. God forbid an active shooter, a bad snowstorm. We've dealt with lots of weather events. Something as simple as a water main break and we have to close roads or stuff like that. We do have steps in place. We have that emergency action plan that we put into effect. We do it and we don't even know we're doing it because it's just something we go over and over and over again. Our Public Health, Safety, and Security Committee has asked that we do tabletop scenarios. For those that don't know what that is, we basically do an exercise where something went wrong and how do we fix it. So we do that. We go over those tabletop exercises. And recently we switched to Code Red for our notification system. So I can let everyone know, hey, there's a water main break in this area. You might have some water issues and there's some roads closed. Something that simple, or God forbid, something that's a lot more serious. We can get the word out, hey, stay in your houses, just we got this, just please don't add to the traffic or something like that. Stay home. We'll let you know when we're good.
And that Code Red system is an important part for the membership. It's something we added last year, but that's really how we would communicate in an emergency.
Right.
And the great thing about that is members sign up for it, but you can pick and choose who gets that notification.
I could send it community-wide. I could send it to a little tiny box on a map, right? I could pick the exact homes that I send it to, right? It can go down that far. Yeah. We're working on other department heads, so Zappy from Public Works doesn't have to say, hey, Durando, at 2 o'clock in the morning, can you send this out? He'll be able to do it himself. And if it's a smaller area, we don't have to send it to the whole community. We could just send it to those that are affected. So it's when we have a road closure or something major that we send it to everyone, so everyone's aware.
Any members that haven't signed up for that code red yet, please do so. We'll have a link in this e-blast so that you can do that, but it's an important tool. It's a great tool that we have so that we can communicate better with members during an emergency. And it's not the e-blasts or the events that we send out on that, it's just emergencies that we use that for, so.
And just to go along with that, I've had a couple residents come in, just were a little confused about how to exactly sign up. Give me a call, send me an email, we'll set up a time, you come in and I'll get you all hooked up. It takes me a couple seconds because I'm so used to doing it, but for people that aren't familiar, it takes a little, it's a little confusing. So I'd be more than happy to help you sign up if you need that as well.
Well, thank you, Bill. I appreciate your time today and the information about what you're doing with your staff to prepare us, God forbid, if anything like this were to happen here at Hemlock Farms. And again, our heartfelt condolences for the community of the Hideout community, also for the family of the public safety officer who was shot, and for the staff over at the Hideout also. So I know they're going through tough times right now, but prayers for them so they can get through these tough times, and we have reached out to help in any way that we can.